Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden Studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Chargers of Orlando. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. In motion right, that's Hamler. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Well, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A throw over the middle taken in. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Another run with Mitchell. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Well, a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think I unrolled that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Charger drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
This is 2nd and 8. Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And they find the open man. That's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more. How about a lot of credit for the big guys up front? That offensive line firing out, creating plenty of space, and a big run ensued.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Chargers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Herbert now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
All right, boys, let's keep it up.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Keep the moving. Keep the ball moving. Here we go.
Let's make a play here. Leave it all on the table, fellas.
Let's go.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Make a play here. Take it to them.
Stop us.
Let's get out of here with a win.
They snap it to Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
What do y'all do?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On the move past the 30. Look at the big man rumble. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're giving some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, and no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is brought in at the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Tucker's kick is good. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to correct course here. They had the safety turned in against them last time they had the ball. That was followed by the field goal. So they'll operate from behind now as they start 1st and 10. Travis Jones makes a tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. In motion left goes Allen. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
Well, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Herbert off of play action. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know.
And Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a 2nd and 10. Option play. Here's Spiller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Pound and pound, baby. Let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this pass broken up. Well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be...
And this is caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Hey, way to make a play! Woo!
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Again, Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. To the air again, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down. The kickoff team on the field send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's get juice! Time to shine, fellas!
Here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go!
It's gonna be a good day, boys. Make them work for it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Yeah, keep them guessing, offense.
All right, now let's get in that end zone. We got that defense rattled.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Handoff right side to Wangu. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. This is Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. An option give now to Mitchell. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Jackson now. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's second and 10. Give left side here for Nwangu. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Pass hauled in by Johnston. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Allen's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 4. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flush to his right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
What's that? Are you kidding me?
Drop out now.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Make some good calls, offense.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's a short one here. Complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. To get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
What are you
Come down there.
doing? Were they even paying attention?
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. They go play action now. Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
David Ojabo able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Herbert. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, coming a little bit later tomorrow.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, offense! Keep it up!
Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Herbert. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Take it to him. Don't let him rest.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, It may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. And you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year.